Hello everyone, welcome to Gather and Restore in the workshop with Claire. Today we are slowing down a bit, take a deep breath, and we're going to learn everything there is to learn, maybe about yoga and balance. Softness meets strength. Meet Haley. Hi Haley.
Hi.
How are you?
Thank you. I'm good.
Well, welcome here in the workshop. We're excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
And learn about handstands and yoga. I think more so yin yoga, if I may say it properly.
Yep.
Which is?
So yin yoga is it's a certain branch of yoga that's all focused on slow flow, relaxed poses that you hold for even like 5 minutes at a time. And you just find rest and you feel restored and
Restored?
Yes.
So might we say it's restorative yoga?
Yes.
I like that yoga. Okay, before we go any further, I'd like to know, who is Haley? Aside from yoga or maybe your work, who are you truly today in this season of your life?
Well,
Put her on the spot. Well,
I would say, so my full-time job is engineer, but I would say that's the smallest part of who I am. And then the bigger part is my passions, such as teaching yoga, teaching handstands, doing handstands is the real passion there.
yes.
Big dog lover.
Yes, I know
Coffee
that.
enthusiast.
Coffee enthusiasm, yes.
So those are all my favorite things.
Those are handstands, yoga, and coffee. A few of your favorite things.
Yes.
And puppies. Are you married? Any children?
Married, yes. No children.
Good. Well, gives you more time to focus on yourself. So when we talk about True Balance, which is also the name of your website and your yoga studio, maybe we can say, or instruction.
Yeah, the business I've created.
The business you've created. What does true balance means to you in your daily life aside from yoga?
I feel like I named it True Balance because it plays off of several different aspects of my practice and of my life. Obviously, there's the fun handstand part. That's literally a balance, and that's a fun aspect of it. And then there's the why I even wanted to create a business for myself to teach yoga, and that's because I wanted to find balance in my career, balancing what I have to do, which is the engineering part that brings in my living.
Right.
And then there's the balance of pursuing my passions and doing something I really care about and sharing something that I care about with others.
Yes.
So I feel like that's what creates the true balance for me.
That's interesting. The balance in having all those pieces meet together. The passion, the people, the work, and time for yourself. You were telling us about yin yoga and restoration. I've seen handstands too. You're amazing and quite flexible, really. You make it look easy, when you
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing what you're doing. How is yoga restorative in your life? I guess it's
in many ways, I would say, and in different phases of my life, in different ways, different phases.
Yes.
So I started with yin yoga, even if I didn't know that that's what it was called. I just started finding those poses where I could rest and relax into them, hold them for minutes at a time, find some flexibility there, and I could just feel the tension leaving my body and quieted my thoughts. So that's where that aspect of yoga comes in. And then similarly with handstands, it's always just been really fun, like a fun goal for me to pursue. I've always wanted to be able to do a handstand and just feel like I got that skill down.
You sure do. For real.
So one day I decided I'm gonna learn how to do handstands. And I'm gonna just keep at it until I'm really good at them. And when I'm in a handstand at this point, it's like every outside thought has to shut down. You have to be fully present in that moment, present in your body, to be able to keep that balance.
Right.
Up. Can't be thinking about work or stress or anything. I'm literally just thinking, okay, I need to press into my fingers more. I need to engage my core, and it's meditative in that aspect.
Really? So still today, you cannot be in a handstand position and think of other things other than focusing on how your body is moving, maybe tilting a little forward or backward. You have to still focus on that part?
Definitely.
Wow, that's amazing. How long have you been doing handstands?
About 3 years, I think.
That's it?
3.5.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like I started off a little bit slow with the amount of time I dedicated to it, and it's kind of snowballed.
Yes.
So it started with just twice a week going to a class in Austin,
Yes.
and now it's in my free time throughout the day and the classes I teach, and I still take handstand classes.
Wow, that's
a lot of
cool. That's interesting for someone like me who doesn't seem to be very flexible or even doesn't have a lot of balance as far as gymnastic. Do you think you need to be to do handstand? No?
Not to get started. I think when you work towards that goal, everything will naturally follow, the flexibility, the strength, and stability. But most of my students are parents of children at that gym that I teach at.
Yes.
So they are easily twice my age. But I've seen people of all ages and abilities get started in it.
Well, we're never too old to start something new.
Certainly not.
Never, and it's interesting. But so do you think that yoga kind of led you to handstand, or how did that come about? Like, what made you say, like, I'm going to drive to Austin just for a handstand class? I don't, like, that's something I'm wondering, like, what led you to want to try that, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at.
Handstands specifically could have come from taking gymnastics as a child.
Okay.
Because I did do gymnastics, but I also found yoga in high school. So I was young when I got into both things. And I feel like as I progressed my yoga practice and those skills, then the gymnastics side of my brain was like, now I want to try the balances and the harder stuff. And while that's not the point of yoga, it was something I really enjoyed.
It was a challenge, something new. I get that. Gymnastic and yoga were a part of your life from a very young age, it seems. And so I would think that you nurtured strength and softness, through gymnastic and yoga. And then leading on to handstands, I don't think you need more force, but you do need strength, focus, and softness. Now, I would think, when you are going through the motion of learning how to do a handstand, and there's a certain amount of fear that you have to let go of. I mean, if you were like me, like throwing my legs in the air, like, whoa, what if I fall?
Yeah.
And then trust. So tell me, how did that work in your life? Like, how did it affect anything in you as far as fear and trust? Control even, maybe?
Definitely, because when you're learning something like handstands, you have to get used to falling and failing over and over and over.
Yes.
And it takes such a long time to develop a skill like that you also develop patience for yourself, and you learn to celebrate like small amounts of progress.
Yes.
And every little second that you can hold a handstand longer, you learn to acknowledge the small wins.
Yes.
And also definitely the falling part. Falling is a big skill that I've developed.
Yes.
And I feel like I've gotten really good at falling in style and landing on my feet most of the time.
So are you saying that you make falling look graceful? I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
So, but it's interesting because it seems like, to me, it teaches me that falling is not a failure.
Definitely not.
You know?
Like, especially if I'm doing a special trick like on the canes, which is like elevated handstands, and I fall out. If I'm landing on my feet, I'm like, that was good. I fell really well.
I landed on my feet. But it's also teaching you that through the fall, rather than seeing it as a failure, you're seeing it as a learning experience. Next time I won't do this, you know? And so it's a kind of surrendering the outcome.
Yes.
To learn for the next time. And so do you apply that in your daily life? Do you find that the lessons that you're learning, maybe in handstands, you can remember, well, you know, it's not so bad, or I'm learning not to do that. Can you apply that to your daily life?
Definitely. I think it's taught me to not give up after the first few failures of whatever I'm pursuing in life. If, I just keep trying and trying again. As long as I don't give up, I will definitely make progress. I won't stay in one spot. Getting comfortable with failure, as long as you don't give up, then it's not a complete failure.
That's true. It's a learning moment. You are here in my workshop, which is kind of dirty today and very messy somehow, but you can see a lot of tools. And so when I restore furniture, I have a different set of tools, sander, saws, paintbrushes, hammers. What kind of tools do you think you have at your disposal for restoration, especially in the yoga, yin yoga? What do you think the tools would be then?
Yeah, well, in a very literal sense, I like using blocks and bolsters, maybe occasionally a yoga strap, but mostly a block and a bolster can go a long way to making some of those poses feel more relaxing and accessible, especially if you're just starting out and you're just sitting and you want to do a forward fold, you're trying to touch your toes. That might feel really difficult at first.
Right.
And, the purpose of yin yoga isn't to work really hard and push yourself harder. It shouldn't feel painful.
Right.
So you want to find a spot where there's a little bit of challenge there, but enough that you can still relax into it, where your breaths are still slow. If you find yourself in a spot where you're holding your breath, that's when you know, okay, I'm pushing a little bit too far. Let's take a step back, find that place where you can still be comfortable and relaxed.
Kind of letting go. And just let yourself lean into the moment, the pose, to just welcome the effect or the consequences of it.
Yeah, when I do restorative yoga classes, I'll have us set up, if we're doing a seated straddle, I'll have a couple blocks stacked up in front of me, and a bolster is just a pretty firm pillow. I'll lean that in front of them on top of the blocks, and then we'll literally just lay on the pillow, and we're there in a straddle. There's a little bit of tension in our muscles there, but we're relaxing, and we're not moving. We're staying there.
I can hear the passion of you, coming through when you talk about this restorative yoga, and it just makes me want to do it. Because I'm like, I want to feel rested. I want to feel, I don't know about you in your daily life, but you go from one thing to the other and it's bam, 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 bam. And sometimes I just want to
take a moment.
Take a moment to slow ourselves down, and just hearing you talk about this yoga, the position that you're describing, you're actually appeasing me and make me want to take a deep breath. It's actually relaxing even hearing you talking. I want to lay on that pillow. You're making it look and sound so good. So about handstand and yoga and true balance, from what I'm hearing you talking about, it's not choosing one or the other, softness of strength, but rather a combination of symbiotic, I would say, kind of combination of those two, not choosing one, not choosing the other, but welcoming them both. How can you apply that to your daily life and your faith? Like, has that taught you something about faith?
Definitely. I feel like as much as I love the restorative, relaxing poses, that can't be life all the time. We can't be relaxed and zen all the time. So we have to learn how to balance the effort and the ease and, the stresses of life, and taking time for ourselves to quiet our thoughts, connect back to God, and praying during that time is that's my favorite time to meditate on my faith and everything.
Yes.
Because I feel like once your thoughts slow down, that's when you can hear messages that you're supposed to hear. You can meditate on scriptures that you want to bring to your mind. And
I love that you said to be still and kind of slow ourselves down long enough to hear him. And that's something that means a lot to me, because in this busy world where we go fast and it seems like everything is so loud, I don't think that God needs to be loud to be heard, but rather, it's a gentle whisper, and we actually have to make quiet to be able to hear him. He's true, but it doesn't have to be loud. However, the world is loud. And so I like that you said that. I just have to slow myself down enough to hear God, I think is what I heard you say.
Definitely.
I like that. I think, from looking on your social media and knowing you, I think you also take some time to journal. Is that something that you have always done?
Actually, yes. For as long as I can remember, all the way back through grade school. I feel like I got my first journal in kindergarten, but I've been journaling for a very long time.
Wow, that's cool.
And it's, nothing in particular. It's not even every day, probably, but fairly regularly jot down my thoughts, jot down what I'm, wanting to focus on for the week ahead or month ahead. Especially at the beginning of the year, it's January. I'm always writing down what intentions I'm bringing into the new year, what I'm leaving in the previous year, goals. I don't really do resolutions, but I do set goals so that I can keep moving forward.
Or staying positive and have an attitude of, I found gratefulness.
Yes.
Is what is important.
Yes. Really to take time to journal down what I'm grateful for throughout the day. Now we have a little app that we use. Yeah. That you log little things from your day, and you can add a little picture.
Aww.
And it shares it with your friends and family. It's pretty fun.
That's pretty fun. So for everyone who's watching, I'm sure they are dying to take classes with you. Actually, we're going to meet once a week and do some yoga, and I'm looking very much forward to it.
Me too.
Yes. But if they want to reach out to you, how can they find you? Yoga classes, handstands, and also I want to know about your dream of owning a coffee shop. So tell us a little bit about all that, please.
So you can find me in many different places. There's I teach handstand classes in person at Jungle Movement Academy in Round Rock.
Okay.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
These are all levels adults classes.
So I could go.
Yes.
It's like from.
You could go.
I could go. 99 years old too. You know, we can bring people from Sun City and the jungle movement. Is that right?
Jungle Movement Academy in Round Rock.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
7 p.m.
And if that doesn't work, I am also open to private lessons and handstands. For the yoga side of things, so I have True Balance. You can find me on Instagram at True Balance TX.
True Balance TX.
Or www.truebalanceyoga.com.
All right.
I offer private yoga classes that come on site to wherever you want to class, whether that's a business treating their employees, birthday party, for funsies.
In the workshop,
yes.
In the yard, you name it, she comes with the mat.
Exactly.
And the knowledge, and
bring
she's
everything
really good.
We need.
That's right.
The dream, one day I would love to have my own coffee shop. The coziest of, spaces is my dream. Think cabin vibes, big fireplace, high quality ingredients, and just really well-made coffee.
Beautiful coffee creamer art. I see how talented you are too. And it's interesting, you're an engineer with creative mind. Do you think it doesn't go together? You cannot be analytical and creative? Because I'm referred like, oh, you're creative, that's why you're always late or something like that. I'm like, I have both.
Yeah.
And
you can do both.
Right, you can do both. I mean, I think you can.
I feel like being an engineer puts me in a certain box a lot of times automatically. Yes. But I certainly need outlets for creativity and flow, and
Well, you should see the pictures of the beautiful, is it foam art on the coffee?
Latte art.
Latte art. I don't know all the lingo, so
That's okay.
But I would love for you to have this beautiful dream of yours coming true, because I can see you being very successful at it.
Thank you.
One more question, if I may. Would you make your own coffee? Like, would you just find the coffee beans and create your own brand / type of coffee? I'm looking for my word.
I think so. Like, roast my own coffee.
Yes, roast your own coffee. Thank you.
So I have experimented in that already.
Okay.
I don't regularly roast my own coffee beans because it's too much work.
I assume.
But I do have a little home roaster, and I think one day if we had our coffee shop, we would love to just do everything from start to finish, from bean to cup.
Wow.
And do it really well.
Well, that's exciting. A lot of things to look forward to. Thank you so much, Ailey, for being with us tonight. I really appreciate the time that we have had together visiting. I feel a lot more relaxed speaking with you. It was really good. I've learned through what we talked that balance is not something we master, but rather something we practice. And restorative yoga is also finding balance in life. And I just want to let you know that there's always hope. You're never too far gone. There's always redemption available. So if you feel stressed, I strongly recommend to just try yoga, or maybe even some handstand, and just be still. Be still and find peace and quiet. And also, keep believing, keep creating, and keep restoring. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.